Hi, everybody. I'm Emily Cataldo, and welcome to A Seat at the Table with Saverio and Emily. I'm one of the owners here at Saverio's Pizza and A&S Pork Store, and this is our pilot episode of this podcast. We hope you enjoy it. And tonight we're talking with my better half, Saverio.
Hello, how is everyone?
I'm excited.
Me too.
This is
Me
pretty
too.
awesome.
This is going to be good.
It is going to be good.
Yes.
I'm excited to do this podcast. You know, we've been talking about this for so long that
Yes.
we wanted to get our feet wet and do some podcasts. And, you know, now's the time. And everyone's like, how do you find the time to do all this stuff? So my answer to them is, you know what, this is what you do when you have a small business and you want to get the word out there that we're here. And, you know, it's a great product and a great experience. And we're very proud to be owners.
Yes, we are. We are.
So where do you want to start? You want to start about with how we started the
We
pork
could
store?
start how we met.
Oh, how we met. We're going way back.
We could say how we met first.
Okay.
And we met in 1983. I asked my wife on a date. She couldn't refuse. Now look at this. How could you refuse? And she said, sure. And we went on a date together, her and I, in 1983. And from there, it's history.
It's been a long time.
long
We
time.
celebrated our 40th wedding anniversary last summer. We renewed our vows with our beautiful family. We have 4 children and 9 grandchildren, and everyone was there with our best friends, our dearest family friends and family. It was an amazing day, and
Yes, it
a
was.
great love story that started when we were kids. Oh God, a long time ago. But then it became more of how do I say? Transitioned from just being us as a husband and wife to Sam becoming a partner in the family business, which, like everybody knows, family businesses could be a little difficult at times, especially when you have a boss as stern as my dad. But, you know, coming from the old Italian town in Sant'Angelo dei Lombardi, he had struggles. They had nothing. They
Yep.
came from legit poverty, and then came to America for a better life. And, you know, he kind of set the bar really high.
Yeah. She did.
And, you know, as a young man, I
But-
know it wasn't easy for you.
No, it wasn't easy at all. But you know what? If it wasn't really for him, I wouldn't have the work ethic that I have right now.
I get
He
that.
really like instilled in us, you know, you want to be successful, you have to work. There's no taking it easy. And you know, thank God for him.
Yeah, you want a good life, you
Thank
got to
God
work for it.
him.
Nothing
We
is
did.
just
You
given
know
to
what?
us.
Nobody gave us anything.
No, we worked.
All I was giving was an opportunity to do something.
And talking
Right?
about that opportunity, like my dad, like I said, came 1960. You know, 1960 came to the States. He didn't know the language. He was an immigrant from Italy. He was very fortunate to meet a right group of Italian immigrants that were here already before he came in 1960.
Right.
Mr. Chicatano, Anthony Chicatano, A&S,
Sure.
and Carlos Salzarulo, and
Yep.
Zia Maria, who taught my dad how to make mozzarella. This woman was a petite Italian lady,
Yeah.
and she taught all the Italian men in
Taught
the
all
pork
the
store
A&S pork store people how to make
mozzarella. So with that, he got the opportunity, the same way you got an
Yeah.
opportunity, to have a chance to have the American dream. And it was a lot of work. And he
Yeah.
worked in Brooklyn, in an Italian community in Brooklyn, on Avenue X. He worked with Joey Paolillo.
Joey, yeah.
And, you know, he got his feet wet in the pork store business. And then Mr. Chicatano gave him the opportunity to become a partner here in 1967,
Yes.
which, you know, we're celebrating a lot of years on this corner. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears went into this
Yes.
business.
And, you know, and also, you know, when he opened up here in 1967, there was nobody else here.
Right. That was
It was
the
only
beauty
him.
of the business.
It was only
him.
that. He was the only game in town.
Right.
And you know what? This place flourished.
I know. It was a line
flourished.
down the block from
Yeah.
mozzarella and sausage, the staples.
The police were here, keeping the crowd under control outside. It was good.
It was good.
I wish those days were still.
I know.
But unfortunately,
But we're holding our
yeah,
own,
we
you know.
are.
I mean,
There's
it's
no-
tough for the little
we got no
guys.
complaints.
You know, the big box stores and the uncles and brothers, you know, they put their hands in the pot and stir things up. But, you know, we're still here after all these years. We're very lucky. We have a strong community that is so devoted and loyal to us because we take care of them.
We have really good customers.
You know, we really do.
Our customers are amazing.
And you're so
yeah.
good. The boys behind the counter, they're so good to the people.
You
They
know,
know
like,
how they want their cold cuts. They know how
Nobody
they want
else
their chicken.
hands the bags around.
Right.
We bring the bags around for them. We give them a kiss. Thank you so much.
Right.
Nobody does.
Nobody does that. And
Nobody
we're lucky. I mean, how many generations are here shopping?
4.
4 generations of like the
We have Caroline.
Caroline's family.
My favorite lady probably in the whole store is Caroline.
Yeah.
Caroline's daughters. Caroline's daughters' children.
Right.
And Caroline's daughters' children's children come in here.
It's amazing. Four
4
generations. That's
we have.
amazing. And there's a bunch of families
Oh,
like
yeah,
that we've
bunch
seen
of
multiple
them.
generations of
90,
family.
I believe she's 97.
She celebrated her 97th birthday.
Yes,
Yes, the daughter
yes.
came and told us that day.
She's an amazing lady.
Yeah. So we're very blessed. We really are truly blessed to be here. It's a lot of hard work. Sam has had years of dedication to the family business, and that's what made us so successful with his
Yeah.
hard work. And now Joseph works
But
here
you
too.
know what, though? Like, I always say this, and you know what I'm going to say. But, you know, a man came in here one day and he told me that if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life.
And that's true.
And that is the truth.
And you live by that.
I love what I do. I wouldn't change this for anything. I love what I do. I love getting up in the morning. You know that.
I do.
I never once said to you, oh, shit, I got to go to work again
I know.
today. Or, nah, never,
I know.
never.
We're very fortunate.
Never, never. I love what I do. I love coming in here. Our first date was when I went to my cousin's home, and I said to my cousin, who was that girl in the picture there? And she said, that's my friend. I said, oh. I said, I'd love to meet her. And she said to me, it's my friend Emily. I says, can you give her a call? I'd love to speak to her. So I gave you a call that night,
You did.
and you said to me, I said, we'd like to go on a date. And you told me you couldn't go
I couldn't.
because you had a date with somebody.
I did.
And all I did was tell you, give him a call, tell him you can't make it. And you said you couldn't call him. And I said, okay, give me his number. I'll call him for you, and I'll cancel the date for you.
Well, am I glad that I went on the date with
Me
you
too.
instead? So that led to a lifetime of a lot of happiness.
happiness.
Yes, it did. And you know,
And then, then later on, meeting your dad.
right.
I had a nice job, a really good job actually, in Manhattan. I was working for the Teamsters, and your dad had asked me, he's having a little problem in the store with the people behind the counter
Yeah.
weren't doing the right thing, and he asked me if I would like to work in the store.
I remember that.
Tried it, and like I said, I loved it. And I loved it so much, I really never looked back.
And you had no regrets of
No
leaving
regrets at all.
your Teamster
no
job?
regrets at all. No, not at all. The thing I regret is in my Teamster's job, I would have had a pension. I
Right.
would have had something like that. But in here, you had no pension.
Right.
It's your private business. But I won't change it for the world. And like I've always told you, I've always told you, you know, I've always said it. If a man came in, like I said, and said to me, you know, my friend, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. And that is one of the truest things I've ever heard.
It is true.
Because I love what I do.
Yeah.
I don't wake up in the morning ever and say, oh boy, I got to go to work today. No, never.
And that's how I feel too. When we, we branched out many, many years into the business. We fast forward to so many years to 2015. When we opened up Saverio's, it was probably the hardest year of our life. We had such a blessing of our granddaughter being born, and then we had the tragic loss of mom passing away, and we were just in shambles. And I feel like having the store sort of gave me a reason to get out of bed and get to work and try to get this business off the ground, even when I felt like crawling in my bed and crying every day. It gave me a purpose to be here to start something together, husband and wife team, and build this from the ground up. We literally had no menus, no boxes, no idea what the hell we were doing. Do you remember day one?
Oh, do I remember day one?
Day one of Saverio's was January 23rd, 2015.
Yep.
And we opened the door and we said, all right, today's the day. Like, we didn't have a set.
I didn't want to do it.
He didn't want to do it. He's very hesitant.
A customer came in and said to me, can I get a pizza?
I
I says,
remember.
oh, man, Roberta.
I know.
And I said, nah. And I said, okay, I'll make it a pizza. From that moment on,
It was a
it
nonstop
was
day.
nonstop. From
It was
that
the
day.
funniest thing because I remember you make the pizza and I'm like, I guess I'll make a box. So I went and got a box and I made the box and I put it on the end and, we didn't even have pricing. We didn't even know what the hell we were doing. It was funny. And we Gave the guy his pizza, and he
How
loved
much
it.
do you want to charge? I said, $10.
$10. We had no menu, no boxes. And then the next
$10.
person came in, ordered a pizza. I made a box, got him a dough, and he made a pizza.
But now, don't forget, we only had enough sauce to make
A couple of pies. It was one bowl.
8 pies, 10 pies. And next thing you know, the first night we sold 66 pizzas.
pies.
And I remember putting making mozzarella,
remember?
and putting hot mozzarella
Oh, we had no
on
idea
the
what the hell we
pizza.
were
Like,
doing.
oh my God, what are we doing here?
It's a miracle people came back.
And
You really
between
didn't know what the hell
mozzarella,
we were
had
doing.
to crank more sauce. And it was
Very
great.
funny.
It was funny.
Day 2,
It
we
was
sold 102 pies. So at that point, I figured I better make a couple of boxes. So maybe I made 10 boxes at a time. Like we
Yeah.
weren't pizza people. We were
No.
food people,
Yeah.
but we weren't pizza people. So we had to learn how to be
I learned everything.
pizza people together.
yeah.
And then a little at a time, we got the hang of it. We printed a menu. We hired some staff.
This one girl comes in. She says, "Hi, are you hiring?"
Yes.
I say, "Yes." Go in the back and get an apron. You're hired.
Today. Let's go.
And she's getting the back, and
Christy, she was great.
She was great.
She was a big help.
Yep.
And then we hired, local kids, and that's the blessing of being in a small community, because the high school kids come in for pizza, and you get the name and number, and some of the greatest kids
Joe
came through
Bronco.
these doors. Joe Bronco, I wish I still had the paper in
Yeah.
that register.
Joe Osterley, nice kid.
Nice kid, Plain Edge High School, his phone number, and I had that in the register for the longest
longest
time.
time. Nice
and
kid.
all the kids that come here to work, they just become part of
Oh,
the
yeah.
family, which is so great.
Everybody here.
Everyone here is awesome. We're so blessed. We really are.
We are.
It's been an amazing experience to have the pork store, and the beauty of it is all the product that you make, like the mozzarella you make in house for all these years. It's so good, and that's what goes on to the pizza. So that
Truth
gives
is,
us a
nobody
little
makes-
niche.
Nobody makes mozzarella like us.
No, they don't.
Nobody in Long Island makes mozzarella like A&S
Right.
Pork Store Massapequa.
And I think that's the beauty
Nobody
of the
does.
whole
No one.
philosophy of what we did here, was kind of connecting the pork store into the pizza side and making it one beautiful family-run
You know,
business
the meatballs that we make over here, we use
on the pizza.
on our meatball pie.
Right.
The eggplant that we have here, we use on our pizza pie.
Exactly. Everything's super
everything.
fresh.
The
That makes a
mozzarella,
difference.
Everything is fresh.
In my opinion, I feel like people come here because they know like everything is so fresh every day. Christian is amazing in the kitchen,
You'll
right?
see it. Oh.
Every morning when I'm walking in, that's what I do. I grab 2 pieces of eggplant and keep walking. That's my breakfast.
No, he's
Every
awesome.
afternoon when he's making meatballs, I'm like, oh, that's my lunch. I grab a hot meatball. So I feel like we're so blessed with the staff, the product, the food is so fresh, and I
Mm-hmm.
think the community has like really gotten accustomed to being so high quality, fresh ingredients,
Yeah,
and service with a smile.
We've tried our best to keep the prices as low as we can.
Right.
When we first started, making pizza, a case of tomatoes was $17, $18. Now the same case of tomatoes is $38.
Yeah, I was gonna get into that point, too, of
and
the cost.
The flour was $23. Now it's $48 a bag, and we never doubled our price.
No.
We increased it $1 or $2.
Right.
But that's really, we try our best to keep the prices down.
And you know what?
Make it affordable for people to come in with their families.
With the family, that's what I was just going to say.
And eat with us.
Like, that's the thing. Like, our original philosophy, like when we originally said we're going to do a little pizza shop, like we never really called it a pizzeria. We never really
No, we
wanted
never
to use
did.
the word pizzeria.
And your dad didn't want that. Your dad
He
said,
didn't.
no, don't call it a pizzeria.
We always called it a little pizza room, or we called it, I don't even know, it was a pizza room. We called it the pizza room.
Yeah. Yes.
And but the whole philosophy of that was to get families around our table and give the local families a place where kids are welcome and they could have a healthier meal than the fast foods.
Absolutely.
And give them good
Absolutely.
quality at a reasonable price, and our tables would be filled with families, and we love that. And we're so lucky that what we really envisioned came to
Just
fruition.
look at our Yelp reviews. All
Yeah.
you hear is, I walked in there, I felt like family.
Right.
I walked in there, they treated me like I was one of their own.
It makes
That's
a
all
big
you hear
difference.
on our-
It makes a
on
big
our-
difference
on
to
our
make
Yelp reviews.
people
So
feel
it's a great
welcome.
thing.
Like
It's a
even the
great
lady
thing.
that came tonight, that
Yeah.
nice lady for the
Yeah.
pasta and meatballs.
Yeah.
She was so nice.
She was a nice lady.
She was so sweet. Like I feel like I've known her forever.
Yeah,
we
she
were
was
talking.
a really nice lady.
So nice.